Hi everybody, my name is Jessie Clifton. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys a little bit about my story and my why behind why I became a Beachbody coach. Um, I guess it all started. No, just kidding. So no, but really though, it all started when my husband and I got married. We got married November 30th, 2013, and the week after that, my best friend got married. The week after that, it was Christmas. And then the week after that, he and I packed up and we moved 500 miles away from home, which was in San Diego, North County. Whoop, whoop. Moved up to San Francisco so he could pursue his degree and get his doctorate in chiropractic. I had never been away from family that far. I am a Southern California girl through and through. I was born and raised there. If I didn't live with my family, I lived in the town over. If I didn't live in the town over, I was at college 45 minutes, an hour away at Cal State Fullerton. So I was always in very close proximity to my family, and my husband was the same. He had literally the same situation as me, though he went to a different college. So when we moved up to San Francisco, it was just he and I. And at the time, I was working from home for an internet marketing company, so I was lonely. I didn't really know anybody in the city. I knew a couple people, but I was gone from my family, from my best friends, from everything. So I was pretty lonely. Then, of course, after a wedding, what happens? You scarf down on anything and everything that you've been missing out on food-wise. So then also moving to San Francisco, the food here is phenomenal. There's restaurants everywhere, and they're all so amazing. So we wanted to live the lifestyle and try everything. And so slowly but surely, all those pounds that I had lost right before the wedding, I had gained back and then some. And so looking back at those before photos are a little embarrassing. And I always look at my husband every time I post it before and after, and I'm like, you love this. You had more to love on me. And his response is always amazing. You're still beautiful. Why wouldn't I? But sorry for the cutesy moments. Anyways, when all the pounds started getting back in, I was so lonely. I didn't know anybody. I was stuck at home all day. I wasn't meeting anybody new, and I started getting down on myself, and all the confidence in me started leaving, and because I was getting the weight back on, and it didn't really matter because it was winter at the time, so I could hide everything underneath the clothes. But spring started creeping around the corner, and then you have summer, and I was so uncomfortable being in a bathing suit. I was so uncomfortable being in tank tops and in shorts. I didn't feel happy. I wasn't confident in myself. So my friend came along and invited me to a challenge group. And in that challenge group, I found a community. So I was in a sorority in college, and it was just a big group of girls supporting each other and loving on each other and getting through those college years together. And I found that again. I had that in the fitness community. It was a bunch of girls in their own place, in their own spot in their fitness journey. Some were obviously yoga instructors and bodybuilders, but then you had those that had about 100 pounds to lose and 20 pounds to lose, and they were all in different aspects and areas in their life, but everybody was rallying behind everyone so they can get to their own individual goals, no matter where they were on the journey. My mind was literally blown. When do, especially women, stand behind one another? When do they support one another the way that they did? It was something just so bizarre to me that I was just like, this is so different. This is something new that I'm so addicted to. So it sounds crazy, but the positivity is something that pulls you in. And then my coach just kept telling me, you would be great. Why don't you become a coach? Why don't you do this? There's opportunities that you can make money. There's opportunities that but the biggest thing was you would empower others and inspire others to reach their own goals at a whole new level. Plus, your accountability is now live in public, so if you want to be a good coach, you better reach your goals. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. Let's do this. I am obsessed with this. Why wouldn't I want to share this community with others? It sounds really cult-like, but it's not. I swear. It's one of those things where it's kind of like Disneyland. Everyone, they've been to Disneyland. They love how fun it is. I want to tell everyone and anyone about Disneyland, about Mickey Mouse. Like, that's kind of how yeah, I did just make that analogy. So, own it. But yeah, so I signed up as a coach and I was like, you know what? This is awesome. So and then once I got introduced into the coaching community and the girls that were there, holy crap. These are the most strong-willed, loving, supportive, amazing people I have ever met in my life. They throw out book recommendations. They will fly out to you if something's going wrong. It's a group of girls that I've met online, which is so weird to me. And I always made that joke with my friends, like, hey, I wish there were a dating app for friends where it wouldn't be creepy. And like, this is kind of like that. Like, I met so many amazing people. I have hour-long conversations with them as we're both trying to build our businesses. And I'm going to go meet a ton of them in person in like a month. I am so excited about this because I already love so many of them and I haven't even met them in person yet. And don't get me wrong, I realize how creepy this sounds, but it's one of those things of why not? Like, why not make that jump? And then I've always had that want to help people, and this is my opportunity in my life that I get to help others. When my husband graduates from college with his doctorate and we open up his business, it's a way that I can easily integrate this business into his, and we don't have that lack of income coming in when I quit my job and we move, because I now have a steady income with Beachbody that's coming in because I'm helping people. It's growing and the company, it's so addicting. So being able to have that security, knowing when we move back and start opening up his business and we have a $200,000 debt loan for him, it's something that I'm so excited about. I was so scared and worried about, like, how are we going to do this with my loans and everything? And with my income, we're able to we're now paying off our credit card debt. We're starting to chip away at my student loans from college. It was kind of like a blessing in disguise that I didn't know. And now when he graduates, we're able to have an income that's carrying us over and that's supporting us behind, so we're not starting from ground zero. That's huge. That's amazing to me. And the healthy lifestyle that I'm learning, eating right, working out, proper portion controls, these are things that I'm able to then carry into my family. Don't even get me started of what this is doing with my family, because I want to make sure that I have a happy and healthy pregnancy. I'm not pregnant yet, but I want to grow a healthy and happy family where they're not raised on McDonald's and they're not raised on Jack in the Box, where they're able to be in the kitchen and help us. So being able to kind of stumble and struggle now before we have a family and figure it out is amazing to me. That I'm going to be able to be that type of mom that teaches those healthy habits to her kids. So that's a piece of my why. At first I was lonely. I needed a community. And then it evolved into, this is something that's going to help us in our lives and help us grow our family, and so we can have an easier transition when we open his practice. And now it's growing into, I want to learn these healthy habits so I can teach my kids about it. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, this is part of my journey, and I'm so happy that you guys are here following my journey with me, and you are right next to me, and I have my challengers and I have my team right next to me experiencing their own journey, and everyone's cheering one another on. So if you're wondering why and if you should become a coach, why not? Why not give it a try? If it's not for the positivity, if it's not for the money, there's always something else of why it works for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gave you some clarity on why I'm a coach and the benefits that it could potentially do for you. If it sparked an interest in you and you want to learn more, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So I hope you all have a great day and a great night. I'm going to go hang out with my husband now. All right, have a good one, guys.